Hi again, this is Rex, and we are now starting part 2 of video 2, and we're going to be going on from the Facebook fan page we were looking at before, and now we're going to take a look at step number 5, which is creating your Twitter presence. Your Twitter page should be a page where you set up your logo and your branding, and it's a business-oriented page. Now you can put on Twitter some personal things. I don't recommend the personal aspects on your Facebook business page, but on Twitter you can. You can make it a little bit more personal as well, because Twitter is more of a flash-by news feed. It's not going to sit there for very long, but the links on Twitter have a great deal of relevance in that they get rapid response. So if you have a viewing audience on Twitter, you'll find you can get a very quick response from links that you post on Twitter. It's an immediate reaction. It's not a long-term or lasting reaction, but it is a way to get an immediate response. I'll give you an example. I was at the World Aquatic Health Conference and we did a streaming video of one of the sessions. I posted it on Twitter just 5 minutes prior to the launch of the streaming video and posted 8 times during the video. With that, we got over 200 people log on to the video to check it out, and 25 people who watched it through most of its duration. So that was an immediate response with no plan, no schedule, no alerts prior to that time, just based upon a Twitter broadcast. It was able to get an immediate reaction, an immediate notice. That's how you can utilize Twitter to bring again back to an article or a post that you've just put up. Number 6 is you want to write an interesting article to post to your blog, and this is really important because this is the starting point. Let's go back one more. I went just a little too fast on that. Okay, so when you have your post or your article, you post that to your blog, because if you post to your blog first, that's what you can use then to reference back to. So make sure that when you're posting to your blog, write something that's interesting, and you'll see on this one there are some links there. And let's go ahead and highlight one here on this next page. You'll see that we've got this link right here where the arrow comes on, and this is what's called an anchor text link, and you'll see it says the words Sunshine Coast 4 Blue Pools. That link then goes out to the page where that pool company has its regular website from the blog. And the site, the article is a little bit about the company and some background. Then when they click the link, it takes them to the site. This is appropriate. By writing an article, putting a text link, what this does is the spiders will see this link and they will follow it right back to your main website. And at that website, then they can, it'll help raise the ranking of your site as well, because basically you're driving more traffic from the article. Also, articles are sticky. People, if they'll take the time to read the article, they're spending more time on your blog. And the more time they spend on your blog, the higher the ranking goes in the blog. It increases the value of its link coming back to your main site, and you want powerful links coming back because that raises the rank. Actually, you don't typically want to do it what a lot of people think you want to do. You don't want to drive traffic directly to your site. You want to drive it through a medium that you control, where the rank, where you can create additional stickiness and increase the rank as they pass through. You see, as they take the next step through that, they're basically being driven then back to the website, the 4 Blue Pools website that was in the anchor text link. Step 8 is basically to mention and link the article to a fan page. Whoops, went right by that one again too. Go back here and we'll pull it back up. So mention and link the article from your Facebook fan page. So you've posted an article in your blog. You now are going to go back to your Facebook fan page and mention that article and put a link to it right from your Facebook fan page. This way, a different audience, the audience who is your fans on your Facebook fan page, will see that, get the link, go to your site, and drive traffic. Again, we're creating activity. You see, there's two things. Some people say, well, why am I doing all this? Maybe they're not all my customers. And that's a good question, but in reality, traffic is what drives ranks, not customers. Now, customers drive sales, and we know that, but the higher your rank is, the better your position will be on Google. And so when people who are specifically looking for a pool builder in your city or a pool service company in your city, they will see the link because it's ranked higher on the Google page. So we have to do two things. We have to first do everything we can to drive as much activity and traffic and links so we can increase our ranking and our presence and our visibility. It's kind of like getting a bigger ad in the old yellow page technology, or one closer to the front of the book. So by doing that, then our searching customers, the customers that are more targeted, can find us more easily and come through to us. So it's a two-stage methodology. Both are important. Both the customers who want to find you must be able to find you, and that's part of ranking. In order to get the ranking high, we need to just have as many people as possible finding you, whether they're customers or not. And we do that by creating interesting articles for them to read, and that drives traffic then to your site. People love to read blogs, and it's like reading the newspaper. They like to find out new things and learn new things. So make the the articles very interesting, and then link back to them. The next thing you want to do is you want to comment on the posts. Now, commenting on the posts is a good thing to do, whether it's your post or others, because what it's doing is it's getting your name out there. You take a look at this one here. You'll see where it has a post about a pool builder in North Florida and South Georgia, and then there is another company who has made a comment, and they have got their link in here. Okay, so the comment now has what's called an attribution link. And if someone read this and then followed this, they will be able to now go to this company. So placing comments on Facebook pages and on blog posts, wherever a comment can be made, make it an honest evaluation, or say something sensible or worthwhile, because if it's something that somebody likes what you're saying, they may follow your link and come back to your site and use that to create additional traffic as well. So commenting on posts is a very important part of the equation. The next important part of the equation is to mention the article and link to it from Twitter. Okay, so just mentioning to it here, we've got a link from ionization seminar at the World Aquatic Health Conference, and it's got a link, luxury pools not just for the wealthy, and it's got a link back to the site. Various different topics with a link. That's how you will link to them on Twitter. People will see this little headline, and then they will follow the link back to where it's going. You'll see also here where it's got this number sign and the letters after it. That's called a hashtag. And hashtags are there to create searchable phrases on the internet. So if you want to put hashtags every time your pool company is mentioned, that makes it searchable by pool company name. And it's advisable, by the way, to do that and to be consistent with that. This hashtag WAHC was the temporary hashtag for the World Aquatic Health Conference, and that was used so that all of the tweets for the World Aquatic Health Conference could be easily searched. So it's just a very simple methodology, but mentioning your article, linking to it from Twitter, again, very important in the strategy. And then the frequency, we mentioned before, really needs to be at least 4 to 5 times a week, and then your site needs to be totally optimized at least quarterly. You don't have to do that every month, but at least quarterly. It should be resubmitted to all the search engines, re-optimized, because there's some code changes that happen. There's optimization changes in the way Google looks at things and Bing looks at things, and you want to make sure that you're current on your thought process on about a quarterly basis. And that brings us to the end of part 2 of video 2, and then we're going to go on to part 3 and the conclusion of video 2 here when we get back from our break. So I'll see you in just a minute. We're going to get right into part 3 in just a moment.